Right then, kettle on, biscuits at the ready, and welcome to the most St. James Parky St. James Park afternoon you could ask for. Noise, needle, and the kind of chaos that makes your tea go cold. This one hit us like a smoked kipper, just in time for breakfast. Newcastle 1, Arsenal 2, and it took two big brawny headers to rip up the script. First, from a familiar face up here, Merino, of all people, and then Gabriel, thumping home at the death like he'd spotted the last custard cream in the packet and wasn't taking no for an answer. Let's rewind. Eddie Howe goes 4-3-3, says, "We're not just sitting in, let's put it on them." The early tell, Sandro Tonali on delivery duty. Nick Woltemade posted up against Arsenal's centre-backs. Short corner, whipped cross, bang. Woltemade times the run. Newcastle 1-0. Textbook, near-post ambush. The Gallagate roars. You can almost feel the place vibrating through your headphones. From there, two things happen at once. 1. Nick Pope decides he's Spider-Man. Palms on everything, fingertips on destiny. Chances for Eberechi Eze, Victor Gyökeres. Corners piling up like plates at a kid's party. Pope keeps saying not yet. 2. The VAR soap opera pops up. Arsenal think they've got a pen. Pope and Gyökeres collide. Ref points, then the screen says no. Flip the coin later. Newcastle want a handball. Also, no. The only thing consistent is the arguing. Classic Premier League chaos. The VAR discussion isn't going away anytime soon. But here's where the match turns from vibes to process. Arsenal don't chase the game like headless, magpies. They double down on territory and restarts. The corner count goes double digits. The campfire is firmly pitched at the Leazer's end, and you can hear Arteta's inner metronome. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Then the craft. Short corner, little nudge to shift the block. Declan Rice arcs one to the back post, and Merino glides in from the blind side. Header, equalizer, and the whole plot twists. If you felt a grin in North London at that moment, you weren't imagining it. Newcastle try to lock it with a late back five. Sensible? Maybe, but it brings the classic risk. You invite wave after wave, and every wave brings a corner, and every corner brings a little coin flip with fate. Arsenal keeps stacking those coins. 90 minutes gone. A bitter's pinball, a clearance that doesn't clear, and then Martin Odegaard ambles over for yet another one. This time, the delivery bites. Gabriel Magalhaes launches like a salmon, absolutely leathers the header into the net. 90+6. Bedlam. Tea everywhere. Is it mentality? Sure, and mechanics. That's the truth under the hype. Arsenal didn't win because the universe picked them. They won because volume plus design adds up. More corners, better routines, repeatable pictures. It's not romantic, but it's very, very real. The numbers back it. 20 shots to 8, 64% possession, 12 corners. That's pressure that eventually finds a seam, even against a keeper in cape and mask. Let's talk matchups. Newcastle aimed Woltemade at Gabriel, Saliba, early and got paid once. After that, Arsenal's pair cleaned up the box and, crucially, turned set pieces into a weapon the other way. In midfield, it looked like Tonali had the better of it for an hour. His service was the separator, until Merino arrived and Rice stepped higher on second balls. From there, Arsenal won the geography of the game. As for the keepers, Pope's shot-stopping kept the lid on the biscuit tin for ages. Without him, this isn't a late heist, it's a routine away win. But routine is not what St. James Park does. It does theatre and injuries. Bad news for Tino Livramento late on, which may force Howe's hand in the coming weeks. Zoom out. The table says Arsenal are 2 off top. Liverpool slipped. The title race just lit the hob. For Newcastle, it's not panic stations, but it is mirror time. When they drop into that back five, the counter has to carry a sting, or they'll live these last-minute reruns again. Right now, they're 15th, and the cure is probably in the middle third. Cleaner exits, braver second phase running, and yes, a little less generosity at set pieces. One final nibble of truth with your biscuit. Sometimes football is grand plans and tactical poetry. Sometimes it's simply who earns the restarts. Today, Arsenal did. And as you remember this one, the short corner, the late header, you might just notice how often titles are decided by details that fit on the back of a napkin. Right, wipe the crumbs, kiss the chaos on the forehead, and breathe. Because sooner or later, these two will serve us another mad one, and you'll want a fresh brew ready when it hits stoppage time.